Hot water won't burn belly fat. The truth about fat loss nobody tells you. If you've been told that drinking hot water will melt your belly fat, it's time to hear the truth. Hot water will not burn belly fat. It might feel good. It might help digestion. It might even make you feel healthier. But when it comes to removing the stubborn fat around your stomach, hot water simply doesn't have that power. And deep down, many people already know this, because if hot water truly burned belly fat, the internet would not be filled with thousands of frustrated people still trying to lose weight. Let's be honest for a moment. You've probably tried at least one of these. Hot water in the morning, waist trainers that promise to shrink your stomach, herbal teas that taste like pure regret, strange detox drinks that claim to flush fat from the body. And yet, the mirror still looks the same. The stomach remains. The waistline barely moves. So the real question becomes, why? Why do so many of these popular weight loss tricks fail? The answer is simple. Because fat does not respond to shortcuts. Fat responds to biology. Your body follows a set of metabolic rules that no tea, drink, or internet trick can bypass. And once you understand those rules, fat loss becomes much more logical. Let's begin with the biggest myth of all, the idea that certain drinks can magically melt fat. When people drink hot water and believe it will burn fat, the assumption is that something inside the body is being dissolved or melted. But that is not how human physiology works. Body fat is stored in specialized cells called fat cells or adipose tissue. Inside these cells are molecules called triglycerides. These molecules are not waiting to be melted by temperature. They are waiting for a signal, a metabolic signal. Your body only releases stored fat when it needs energy. If energy is constantly coming from food, there is no reason for the body to touch its fat reserves. This is why people can drink detox teas, lemon water, hot water, or herbal mixtures every day and still see zero change in their belly. Because the real driver of fat loss is not what you drink, it's how your metabolism is being triggered. To understand this better, imagine your body like a hybrid car. The car has two fuel sources. The first fuel source is sugar. This comes from carbohydrates like bread, rice, pasta, soda, snacks, and sweets. The second fuel source is stored body fat. Your body always prefers to burn sugar first because it is easier and faster. As long as sugar keeps entering the system throughout the day, the fat tank remains untouched. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are constantly eating small meals, snacks, sugary drinks, and processed carbohydrates. Their body never runs out of quick fuel. And if the body never runs out of quick fuel, it never needs to access the fat storage. So the belly fat stays exactly where it is, not because your body hates you, but because your metabolism simply has no reason to burn it. This is where the real strategies for fat loss begin, and none of them involve hot water. The first powerful strategy is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is not a diet. It is simply a pattern of eating. Instead of eating all day long, you give your body long breaks without food. These breaks allow insulin levels to drop. Insulin is the hormone responsible for storing fat. When insulin stays high, fat storage stays locked. But when insulin drops for long enough, your body finally opens the door to its stored energy. This is when fat burning begins. For many people, this transition starts around 16 to 18 hours after their last meal. During this time, the body begins shifting from sugar burning to fat burning. This metabolic shift is known as fat adaptation. And once this system becomes efficient, the body starts using stored fat more regularly for energy. Another powerful method people use is OMAD, which stands for 1 meal a day. With OMAD, a person eats their daily food in a single meal. This creates a long fasting window of about 23 hours. During that long break from food, insulin stays low and fat burning remains active for many hours. A similar approach is TMAD, or 2 meals a day. This method is often easier for beginners. Instead of eating constantly throughout the day, meals are spaced apart, giving the body enough time to use stored energy. But diet alone is not the only factor. Movement also plays an important role. One of the most effective forms of exercise for fat loss is high-intensity interval training, also known as HIIT. HIIT involves short bursts of intense activity, followed by brief rest periods. These intense bursts push the body to use large amounts of energy quickly, and after the workout ends, the body continues burning calories during recovery. This effect is sometimes called the afterburn effect. It means your metabolism stays elevated even after the exercise is finished. Another critical factor in fat loss is the type of food you eat. Many modern diets are overloaded with sugar and refined carbohydrates. Soft breads, pastries, sweet drinks, candy, and processed snacks all spike insulin quickly. When insulin spikes repeatedly throughout the day, the body becomes extremely efficient at storing fat. This is why reducing sugar and processed carbohydrates can have such a dramatic impact. Cutting out sugary drinks alone can remove hundreds of unnecessary calories every day. Many people also choose to eliminate wheat products for this reason. Highly processed wheat foods like white bread and pastries digest quickly and spike blood sugar. Instead, focusing on real foods can stabilize energy levels and reduce cravings. Foods like eggs, meat, fish, vegetables, and natural fats provide long-lasting energy without the massive insulin spikes. These foods also help people stay full longer, making it easier to avoid constant snacking. But there is another important reason belly fat can be stubborn: hormones, especially stress hormones. One hormone in particular plays a powerful role here: cortisol. Cortisol is often called the stress hormone. When cortisol remains high for long periods, the body becomes protective of its energy reserves. And unfortunately, one of the first places the body stores energy during chronic stress is the abdomen. This is why people who are constantly stressed, sleep-deprived, or overworked often struggle with belly fat even when they're trying to diet. Fat loss is not only about eating less, it is also about giving the body the right environment to release stored energy. Good sleep, stress management, and recovery are all essential parts of the process. Now here's something important that most people misunderstand. Fat loss does not happen instantly. There is a biological timeline. During the first few days of a new diet or fasting routine, much of the weight people lose is actually water weight. This happens because the body is using stored glycogen. Glycogen is stored sugar, and it holds water inside the muscles and liver. When glycogen is used up, the water attached to it leaves the body. This is why the scale can drop quickly. But real fat loss takes longer. The body must consistently operate in a state where energy output exceeds energy intake. Over time, this forces the body to draw from stored fat. With consistency, this process becomes more efficient. Around 2 to 3 weeks into a disciplined routine, many people notice something interesting. Their hunger becomes more stable, sugar cravings decrease, energy levels improve. This is a sign that the body is becoming more comfortable using fat as fuel. And over the course of a month, visible changes often begin to appear. The stomach slowly becomes flatter. Clothes start fitting differently. Energy levels improve. Not because of hot water, but because the body has finally shifted into a fat-burning rhythm. This is the truth many advertisements don't want you to hear. There is no miracle drink. There is no magic tea. There is no shortcut that replaces consistency. Fat loss is the result of repeated metabolic signals over time. Signals created by fasting, signals created by movement, signals created by real food, and signals created by discipline. Hot water might hydrate you. It might help digestion. It might even make you feel healthier. But when it comes to removing the stubborn fat around your stomach, hot water simply doesn't have that power. So if you've been waiting for a miracle solution, stop waiting. The real solution is much simpler. Eat real food. Give your body time between meals.
Move your body with intensity, sleep well, reduce sugar, and stay consistent long enough for your metabolism to adapt. Your body is not broken. It is simply following biological rules. Once you start working with those rules instead of fighting them, fat loss becomes predictable, not magical, just logical. And if this breakdown helped you understand the real science behind belly fat loss, make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into health, metabolism,